Sesibuyile kwi-break. Hayi siyahleli naye u-Aluta Sizwe Plus. And tell your friends batshela abangani babo nge-podcast Affirmation, the fastest growing podcast in the world. Ngihleli no-Aluta, like ngimthatha njenge-transgender something, but uzoqualifya yena ibuye zingeqe, but it's fine. LGB sesiuchazile, uTIQ sizochaza la njengamanje LGB, and then siwelele ku-A ngoba iyangidida nalento ya plus. Why plus? Sike accommodate abantu, but ukhona u-Aluta simbizile ukuthi azoyichaza lento ukuze nasemphakathini yamukeleke ngendlela, ngoba ekugcineni sifuna abantu bayamukele ngoba sekuyinto esikhona. Aluta.
Sure.
I know asiqhubeke, but I think sikuphi manje ake siwelele lapha ku B or L.
Oh, so nje just ukuphinde ngikhumbuze
Recap,
ukuthi sithe ezansi usex. Ku-sex sakhuluma ngo-male, female, sakhuluma ngo-intersex. That's part of i-diversity yomuntu. Sase siya ku-gender identity. Sathi sithe lapha ezansi u-boy, girl, and intersex, because usuke samncane. Then mase mdala sithi male, female, sithi transgender. Yabo ngeyigaba. So one is the biology, because isitho sangasese. The other one is umqondo ne-socialization, because indlela akhuliswe ngayo nangendlela afunde ngayo ukuthi kuba umuntu uqonde lokho. And then the following one now, and again ku-transgender, mangithi uthe eqaleni ngiyashintsha. Angishintshe. Ngingasho ukuthi
no, but it's a question of semantics, very actually.
But it's very important to
it's fine.
No, ushintsha.
It's fine, continue.
No, I'm transitioning.
Trans usho ushintsha.
Angishintshe benginjena from ngizalo. It's just that benga understand ukuthi kwenzakala ngenxa yokuthi ngikhulise kwathiwa ukanje.
Okay.
So sengiyithola mina sengiyazi affirma. It's very important, because ukudiscredita lokho is to not allow reality yomuntu, which is gaslighting, to be as they want it to be. So masiya ku-LGB. So masikhuluma LGB udila nothando. Yabo. Ukuthi wena Sizwe uthanda bani. Who you are attracted to. Yabo.
Ubanike lo.
So LGB.
Oh,
yabo. Yes.
Okay.
So
LGB lo umele ama lesbian,
yes.
U umele ama gays,
and then B
umele ama bisexual.
Yes. So
right.
You got it right. Nazo?
No,
nazo mngani ngiyathanda. So lokho kufola under is sexual orientation. Yabo. So is sexual orientation ukuthi wena unobudlelwane nomuntu okanjani. So ngizokwenzela umzekelo. Njengoba ngiyi-trans woman, when you straight, makuthiwa uthandana nami, akukushintsha ukuthi manje usuzoba gay noma usuzoba trans man noma usuzoba bisexual, because i-gender identity yakho, remember i-gender identity yakho ingeyakho. Ayikho umuntu azokutshela mina ukuthi uthandana nami phela doesn't mean ukuthi ngikushintshile ukuthi wena ubani. It just means wena u-attracted to me.
Ima bengichaza kahle, ngifuna ukuba clear kahle ukuthi let's say umuntu straight, kodwa athandane nomuntu gay, uchaza lokho. So akhona ama-out into eshoyo, akhona ama-outer straight, kodwa athandana nabantu abagay. Ilaba ababizwa ngama-after 9.
Angifuni ukuthi ama-after 9 because number one, after 9 is a colloquial term come from the movie After 9 or a series After 9. And to some people it's quite offensive because it means
ngicela uyibambe lapha because ngizafuna sicheke, ngicela sisame up leyo ngamagama because interested kwazini ukuthi imapha amagama enifuna ukubizwa ngayo, ngoba bengithi wena usitabani anikufuni, bengithi ongcingile anikufuni, bengithi anikufuni, yini le ngifuna ukubizwa ngayo, but ngicela ungiqhubekele lapha na ukuze singabi sikhathatha.
Sure. So it's people who are diverse. Yazi inkinga, I think i-society nenkinga ekutheni ukuthi ifuna wonke umuntu efane nomunye umuntu oseceleni eduze kwakhe. And we are failing to acknowledge or give space to diversity. Masibona into ehlukile iyasixaka, iyahlukumeza, siyathuka. And yabo mina khona
Are we wrong though?
It's wrong because manje yazinto yenzayo uthi wena existence yakhe ibalekile over enye omunye. So what makes you as a straight person more important than a gay person? Who said being straight is the real thing? What if being gay ikona ngempela kuyikona?
Don't you think amunye uzothi phela those straight nabakanjani they are complying to ama-do's and don'ts of the
So
society?
you're like guinea pigs again. Should nisho njalo ukuthi niya remote controller to being what society wants you to be, but not who you want to be. So masibuyela back to the topic yokuthi how do we want to be addressed? I don't ever see abantu mangiqhamuka emgwaqweni ngithi how uyasizwe o straight.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
No,
I don't. I don't ever see umntwana mayethe sekhulile eseqala ukujola athi ma ngicela ukuhlala phansi ngifuna ukutshela something ekhaya ngi-straight. We don't see that because we've normalized being straight and ngakwa-science kuthiwa heteronormativity. We've normalized being straight and we are very discriminatory. And I always say to people, remember what is it like apartheid when abelungu bethi sinyunu silwane with no basis whatsoever. Kungekho into ephathekayo. Umuntu mebona umuntu wesilisa umnyama nje amfele ngamatha. And I understand thina ke sangena esikoleni ukhona lento ekuthiwa the oppressor becomes the oppressor. Because of our sense of entitlement. So you feel like I'm entitled as a black person, as a black straight person, to say who, especially amadoda, and a patriarchal and misogynistic, and a sense of ukuthi anamandla ukuthi abige arule everything and anything, which is wrong because at the end of the day it means that it's in the process. So it goes back to saying, how do we get to a space la hloniphana khona such that ngisho kuthiwa uyambona usuthana nomunye umuntu ungenaphi wena because awukho lapho kulowo mbhede ngaphandle wena ngaphandle mawufuna ukuzoshaya i-threesome siphaphanja
nani bebesho all over.
Yabona, one of the things that I'm going to say, I mean, I've been in a relationship for quite some time, like good 9 years in a committed monogamous relationship.
So why you cheat?
How? Can't cheat on about.
No, ngafuni ngivula ama-5 but sisahleli nayo Aluta Hambane with podcast affirmation. Tell your friends about the podcast affirmation. Ayifika ngigalelekile usekhona kodwa ngoba ngiyazazi ngihlele ngiconcern ngendaba zamagama because ngiyakholelwa ekubizeni umuntu ngamagama awathandayo afunayo futhi ukuthi abizwe ngayo ngoba ngiyakhumbula ngiseyintatheli kwelinye lamaphephandaba ngibeka ukuthi abathandana nobulili obufanayo angazi noma uyangithola enthabanga abathandana nobulili obufanayo.
Umbuzo wami uzothi mawubhala ngabantu aba-straight uyasho ukuthi abathandana nobulili obungafani. Do you write that? Because I get you've normalized them and you've humanified them and you don't find sensualization over that. And that's when
ngenziwa yini ngiyakunderstand ngoba squint you're right but sifuna igama manje okay now this thing isikhona but we don't know ukuthi sikubiza ngani because awulifuneli isitabana ngithi
ngikubiza ngo-Aluta. Why kufuneke mina ngikubiza ngosizo angisho ukuthi wesizo straight. Why should you look at me as my sexual identity or gender identity and not look at me as a person that I am? But for argument's sake, let's say you are writing a paper. What we have been trying to propagate or push it forward is because of the rainbow flag. Mhlambe manithi abe community yotingo.
Abe community yotingo.
Utingo is the rainbow.
Ngathi uxoxa indaba.
Yeah, but I'm a community Utimbo. Utimbo is the rainbow.
Yeah, no.
And the beautiful thing about the rainbow is that it's not I call a judgmental. In amakhalas amaningi akwazi ukuhlala ndawonye. Meaning we are open to saying sit diverse without having to judge anybody in the process. So kula LGB. So L umele sithe sexual orientation. L umele lesbian.
Yeah.
Lesbian and lento ngifuna ukuyigcizelela umuntu othi yena asingahambe sibiza abantu ngonakho bethana sibambani sithi bama-lesbian or bama-gay. Umuntu ozokutshela nge-identity yakhe because kwalokho kusuke ukudelela. Yabo, umuntu othi mina ngiwumuntu wesifazane ngizaleke ngumuntu wesifazane. Kodwa ngithanda omunye umuntu wesifazane. Keyword ukuthi uthanda nomuntu wesifazane akusamenzi indoda. Usawumuntu wesifazane in that relationship. Abantu baconfuseka ke manje
because banombuzo abantu abaningi. Ake ngayikhiphi nami understand. We understand bobona abantu abathandanayo bobulili obufanayo, whether male or female. Like, okay, ake ngithi ama-lesbian. Please shoot me down if I'm wrong.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. You're fine.
Ubathola kanje bayathandana abantu besifazane ba-right nje uyababona. And then i-question engakwazi uku-escape eyokuthi ubani owesilisa la ubani owesifazane. Same thing nasemadodeni nakulaba besilisa. Uyayibuza ukuthi ubani oba ngaphezulu noma ngaphansi and all that stuff. You understand? How do you address that?
So number one, when we speak about male and female, we are speaking about energy of femininity and masculinity. That's exactly what is male and female.
Yeah.
And wonke umuntu uno male and female yena, uno femininity uno masculinity. It depends on what we express and how. Because of umhlaba indlela ugadede ngayo, angeke uzohambe open up to everybody. But mawuphambi kwesithanda sakho, you become vulnerable and you let yourself go and you allow your feminine side to come out. Similarly, namadoda, you let your masculinity come out because you are trying to send a certain picture. So even in my relationship, it's not really about Tuguti, Ubani, and again, Lento reinforce some stereotypes are premised around culture and religion, which is toxic masculinity. It's very toxic. It's toxic. It does not build. It's very counterproductive. So, pendulumbuzo wako, relationship ayifani neyomunye. Ungathola ukuthi nje isikhathi esiningi bonke labantu elitshela ukuthi bamadoda emakhaya, they play a very submissive role. Maybe behind closed doors, because that's where they are vulnerable and that's where they know that they are safe. So mawuya lapho, umbuzo wami uzothi, why when ukhathaze ngokuthi ubani ongaphezulu ngongaphansi because kusuke ngewena?
No, isn't it in this society? I'm part of the society.
How would you feel
if
if somebody were to come and question your bedroom affairs, how would you feel?
Not depend what you want to
yeah, but now it's like terms and conditions.
No,
meaning there's some censorship. Simply put, we cannot put angeke sikwazi ukukhona o feminine no masculine. Abantu bathandana ngendlela ehlukile.
Yeah.
And the agreement ikubona. Bayazi basebethandana kanjani. I think for us it's an element of ukuba inquisitive, which is normal.
Yeah.
Maybe what you want to do is probably very in a polite way, because khona indlela yokubuza out of curiosity.
Aluta.
Yeah.
Niyazwela.
How?
As the community niyazwela.
What do you mean ukuzwela kanjani?
Niyazwela like abantu bebezo question nje ukuthi njengabe nikanje nenza kanjani lapha nenza kanjani
lapha. It's because we don't go around asking people the same questions. So it comes across as disrespectful.
Is it?
Yes, because just imagine if when uthi yaphuma la emgwaqweni hlana abantu abayi-10 who are all inquisitive and curious and they are all asking you, Usizwe, so uchama mawumile noma uchama mawulokhuzana, uchama mase ushaya around yesibili noma yesithathu, how would you feel?
No, yagoza asiba mina and njabe siqhamuka kwena ekhaya ngicela ukuthi nje ekhaya ngamabomu ngiyazi abanye babuka kumafoni abanye banama laptop abo basibuka kuona abanye bayibukela ngendlela zabo but ukuthi ukuqhubha discussion ekhaya kunobuzayo lapha kune question siyawamukela ama questions amaningi ethi isisuke ya ukuthi how did the family comes to itsinike comes to terms with the change. So, I think manje I guess driver sithi sesisukile echazini lo LGBTQ. No, it's fine. Okay, I think it's in between, but I guess attended to this question. Says personally, man. Says bheke Aluta as a person.
So I think
cool. Ngicabanga ukuthi yabuso sichazele zonke lezi zinto. Sesiphikaphile mhlawumbe fast forward ukuthi uAluta naye wayithola ukuthi manje usesimweni umphakathi ifamily ufamily ongayona le bona bebeyicabanga njalo uke wachaza useyavela ke manje uAluta ekhaya bayithatha kanjani lento
I think ngisakhula there's always
hayi lento lesimo
angithi
sekuthi hayi lento lesisimo abantu ekhaya bayithatha kanjani basithatha kanjani lesimo
so ngikhula ngingasho ukuthi you can feel khona abantu uyabona abantu mabekwamukela noma abantu mabekutolerate yabona emndenini khona
lo ngicela uyiphinde leyo mfethu yazi khona i-thin line
bebekwamukela bekutolerate yabo khona lo malumo okhona lo auntie okhona lengane isifebe ekhaya okhona lo malumo odakwayo ukube uya ngomndeni ngabe nje yabo but umndeni they have to live with that person whether they like it but it doesn't mean ukuthi bayam-accept bamamkelile unconditional it's because umndeni sizokwenza njani yabo so I found myself in a position
yena usesivezile isimo sakhe because nani nibe bekwi-closet angithi
so ngayithola rejection
kwesidile nale yokuba kwi-closet before siqede
so ngithole ngisizoyidila nayo so ngithole ngikhula ngidiscriminator such that ngagcina sengiyifihla kakhulu that's why ngize ngaphumela obala after a long time because I had to leave this fake person in order to ukuthi abantu bangamkele
so uzenze out
in a way
wabhiva kanjani it's a magic
wona show friends
kodwa kucaca ukuthi ayikho lento kuwena
but it wasn't that bad but mina ngithothi but abantu babebona yabo so but it got to a point
so I'll assume
kwafika to a point where khona isigaba sempilo la ufika khona sothi sengikhathele ukuphilela abantu ngifuna ukuyiphilela and with that fortunately ngahamba therapy and therapy yanginikeza amathuzo futhi if abantu
kodwa uzokwela impilo ngesikamasha
Enanda emachobeni proudly
waphuma
ngihlala eNanda namanje
cha sengizothi waphumela obani la
ngangivele ngingacashanga I felt like mfethu ngiyokwazi ukuthi ngiphilela ukuplease omunye umuntu ongangiphakela ongenzeli lutho mase kuthiwa manje ngishoda ngopetrol I've got a handful of people who can come to me abanye they don't even care whether ngilale
I'm one of them like last week
yabo ufuna ngiphi imali yakunankinga so I had to get to a point where I had to understand ukuthi ngifuna ukuphila impilo yami everybody baphila impilo zabo bayafihla that's why kukhona abantu abama-afternoon kukhona abantu abathi masematshwaleni baganga bayaphila bayafihla mina ngifuneke kufihla ngumuntu okholwayo ngicabanga ukuthi iqiniso lami liyangiphilisa ukufihla azithathe energy engakanani
ngicela uphoze lapho ngicela uphoze wathi sisimphendulile umbukeli and ngifuna ukuchecka this thing yokuyifihla understand that so sithi society yethu khona abantu esibabonayo sibazi ukuthi this one is married yonke into ihamba kahle kanti akekho kulento akuyona useshadile
baningi remember ukuthi umndeni nemndeni nepressure yayo and isikhathi esiningi uthola ukuthi mase bebadala baningi nje abanye sebeneyingane baphuma
emshadweni abanye ba-approach
yabona ke
cha sekuthola
yabona sigebengu amagama
ngokwesenza ukuthi bani-approach bathi yazi ngibe semshadweni for 10 years
yes umsebenzi
ngibe semshadweni ngo-10 years ngihleli nalo muntu engithandana naye but bengibona uthabanga mhlampe uthabange owesilisa kanje bengimbona ngendlela ami ngayo ngiyachazela
ngibona uwesicabanga nomunye wesifazane baningi abantu esibathola
or ngiba-jealous bengibona uthabanga ihamba nomuntu wesifazane yethi ngishadile
kuyenzeka remember ukuthi khona abantu khona ukuphila impilo yakho khona ukuphila impilo yabantu nokuphila impilo yasekhaya ama-expectations asekhaya unfortunately khona into ekuthiwa imizwa yakho ngekwazi ukuyisuppressa imizwa always uzothi uyayiphusha ithi boom that's why uthola ukuthi umuntu usehleze ediniwe, hlezelwa nabantu because khona le mizwa angafuni ukuyiprocessa kulokho eyicindezela and ithi mesiphuma iphuma ngezinye indlela mayidakiwe isiphuma uselwa nabantu ngenxa yokuthi manje unalolu laka lokuthi ngicindezelekile angikwazi ukwenza lento engiyifisayo engiyithandayo
bese ebuhlabile uvele bese ebuhlabile
sekayiphumela
yabona
because egcineni manje come to remember ukuthi umqondo awusakwazi ukuthi ukuvimbe subconsciously usuyayiphila usuyayenza lento ngenxa ukuthi utshwala buyakuvumela and again I blame imndeni because imndeni akafiki kule level yokuthi number 1 acknowledge ukuthi asifani singabantu and number 2 umuntu nomuntu nempilo yakhe kumele ayiphile which is individual to themselves thina sifuna ukuphila emndenini nje sazi ukuthi uzoba yilento ecishe ifane nala ekhaya uze kushiwe ekhaya kuthiwa wena ufuze bani why kufuneke
ngilekelele la Aluta because wena ubuye bekwi lesbians and gay center health care engicabanga ukuthi niyabaluleka nabantu uma befika kunalawo ma challenges abafacana nawo emndenini nakho ngubaba ngishadile nginenkosikazi sinengane let's say nje for argument's sake ina 18 sazi ukuthi lo umuntu wesilisa nje through and through usezositshela ukuthi uzo introduce mhlambe umfana sithi sina ba umngani wakhe wafa usethi uyathandana nalomfana how to handle the situation ekanjalo for the sake of isikhathi futhi nalaba abafikayo ke futhi ke manje lento isiba alile okay mhlawumbe angiyipake le ake angiphendule le
so ngekhathi ngiqala ngingakufundisa ngathi kunomehluko we gender identity ne sexual orientation lo baba nje beshadile nomfazi ukuthi useletha umuntu wesilisa ekhaya akumshintshi ukuthi usawumuntu wesilisa because the identity yakhe is male but his sexual orientation yakhe attracted to umuntu mhlambe gay or a trans woman
so bisexual
angeke ngisho ukuthi bisexual because angikuzwanga ngaye we cannot make assumptions uyena ozokutshela ukuthi but okubalekile is number 1 unfortunately you cannot force or control somebody else you have to I think imndeni kufanele get to a point where they are able to understand ukuthi umuntu uyena and they are allowed to live their individual life as and how they please baningi abantu abenza izinto ezithephecelezi abayifihlela imndeni yabo once a creator leyo nto wesiyafihlela njengomndeni ila kudala yakhona uqhekeko it's very difficult to process ukuthi kusekwenzeke lesisigameko ekhaya mhlambe kuyadinga ukuthi number 1 kube khona basithinde njenge lesbian gay community and health center sikwazi ukuthi basize ngecounseling yabo because we do offer counseling on saying how do you umqondo wakho ukwazi ukuthi uprocesse lezi ndaba ositholile lokho bungakulindela
so baningi abesifazane mhlambe abanganeme emakhaya
hayi abesifazane baningi ke abanganeme phela nabantu besilisa abangayitshela ba uNkulunkulu hayi kabi baningi remember again ukuthi for us yabo umuntu esifazane manje kuthiwa unkosikazi wakho uhlane lesbian osala nokusala because remember as a female in the female body they understand the female anatomy more than anything so mayakulo omunye esifazane I-pleasure na yonke indlela is so on point because we as understand that ukuthi my body this is how it works and at the end of the day most of the time and I'm sorry to say but sometimes abantu amadoda are selfish it's such that ukuthi once yena umuntu meseqedile sekuphelile inkonzo akasana ndaba ukuthi ayathi ngiphelezele lo sesendlini ke ukuthi naye azafike never of which it takes longer for a woman to come and also nendlela yokumuntu esifazane to come is different. That's why I thought once a woman goes with a lesbian it's very difficult to come back to a man because the pleasure and the intimacy is totally different. It's like you are with yourself and you are able to find somebody that mimics and does the same.
Mina ngiyabuza Aluta Hambane lapha kwi-spirit gay set. Yazi kodwa mhlawumbe before siqede ngiya-understand ukuthi sizoba ne-interview no Linda Sbiya Mr. Magic one and the only osejoyine
ngiyafisa ukwazi
usejoyine iqembu azositshela ngalo yena understand lento lezepolitiki. It's fine, but bengithi mina mhlambe before esivale bengifuna usithathe nje kule process yokushintsha ke hayibo transition ungixolele, and then sibe sesi mhlambe siya ngokuyiphothula inkulumo yethu enohlonze. Saqhubeka njalo emakhaya ukuthi sikhona setholakala kwi-podcast affirmation ama-office la eBoulevard eMhlanga. You can pay us a visit, we'll really appreciate that. Sikhona sila ngani wami wena ke manje bengeba personal because ngibona nezinto ukuthi zenzeka kanjani. Ngiyakubona manje uthathwa njengomuntu wesilisa and ngibona amabele ukuthi ngempela wa confirm ukuthi akuyona lento abayicabangayo. Ithatha iprocess yokushintsha yokutransition lokho ithatha imali engakanani, yenziwa kuphi, like khona abantu abane interest ukuthi nabo bayilandele. Usuhilile sekunjani, usuqalile indulge or something of the particular sort, kwenzakalani ngona mbatshela ukuthi wena uhambe le process manje usuneva ijana normal.
So transition ngichazile ukuthi my transition is ukusuka kulomuntu wesilisa owanikeza idea ukuthi umuntu wesilisa ngibuyela back to finding myself. So I've had to go through, number one, if you're transitioning, remember you're unlearning. So number one, you have to go through therapy. So you have to see a psychologist because the psychologist kufanele prepare ichazele about ijourney ozoyihamba nokuthi mhlawumbe umndeni wakho uzokureject, abantu abazokuthanda bazokureject, and how you're going to deal with that. So for unyaka wokuqala nje full year ngahambisa i-therapist. Nokuthi ke just to confirm ukuthi angihlali anginayo gender dysphoria. Lento ngiyifila ivalid and then
valid.
Yes, and also it's part of no, because kuba khona le essence ukuthi yabona when you've been gaslit for a long time you forget. So ngahamba ke, so I've done 1 year with therapy, then after that I studied my hormones. So normally umuntu uma transition kufuneka athole incwadi ezo2 especially ka-Home Affairs, because ka-Home Affairs under Act 49 uyakwazi ukushintsha i-gender marker yakho ebe female made i-male and vice versa. So ngayenza ke hormonal therapy ukudla ama-hormones omuntu wesifazane la esiwabiza nge-estrogen. Lawo ma-hormones iwona ke lawa ashintsha ama-characteristics of umzimba wami ukuthi afeminize nokukhula kwamabele. Angifakanga lutho emabeleni, ayekhulela nje organically, ayekhulela because I went canvas. So then after that ngenza i-surgery yokuqala, which is the orchidectomy, which is the removal of ama-testes, ukususa kwamasenda, because amasenda producer testosterone. So without the testosterone, so we're wrapping up. So and then we did the surgery. So roughly, if you had to put a cost kuyo yonke le process, say about 600,000. But fortunately,
it's for the hairs.
It's for the herbs, but we are trying to make sure it's accessible. We are advocating. I did not have to pay that 600,000. I just had to. I've got people who are wanting to see change happening. So Dr. Kevin.
But it's so healing, man.
Yeah, I think
he says that too.
Easy.
Babethu behleli no Aluta Hambane. Hayi ulaphana ungabavizitha kakhulu lebalabo ngagcina belaphana edrobheni kodwa benama office laphana edrobheni. Ungabavizitha nje ngicabanga ukuthi bese shayela ukugcina kwangempela uzositshela i-email nje ukuthi nitholakala kanjani nenamba.
So siyatholakala ku 42 Mackenzie lapha eWindermere. It's the Lesbian and Gay Community and Health Center, or also known as the Mosaic Clinic. And then Satolala Facebook LGBTI Center. And then Kamam Aluta, and check kuma social media, and to mail this thing because as a snacks. Yes, I want to mail about in wow. That is so rude. I think so I just want to address that because hey, no, you want to how far people go. Money is sensitive. Just imagine man getting in inbox, I can get 2 million inbox and get to see where it's just well, there's a degree of Yabo, there's a fine line.
Especially if you're
There's
not
a fine
gifted. Asibonge kakhulu ukuthi sivakashele Aluta Hambane. Ngicabanga ukuthi nje kuhambe kahle konke sizokhuluma noLinda Sibiya but ninganyakazi because uLinda Sibiya naye usekhona is in the building. Ngicela ukuthi nje sikhulume naye. Bawuzizwa ukuthi awuzizwa kahle in terms of ama-hormones ekhaya uyasaba ukubatshela. Landela nje into elula uhambe lapha na essence abazokululeka ukuthi approacha kanjani yenze kanjani le ndaba izokusiza kakhulu folks. It's been real.